Dinner in the Dark by IndysDog. Read by Hawke. This journal excerpt was found on an icy floe near Atmora. 4th era, 118. Sun's dusk, 16. Oh, I do believe I have offended my colleagues at the college. They have sent me out to this blasted waste to study the different types of hawkers. Hawkers! All because I insisted that pompous Breton mage to tell me his real name. He isn't some damned folk hero. Augur of Dunlane? Ha! I bet he didn't foresee that. It was already too cold in Winterhold for a man of imperial stock, and yet they send me further north still. It's contemptible. I do hope I survive this expedition with all my extremities intact. 4th era, 118. Sun's dusk, 20. I have to say, this sea of ghosts is really quite remarkable. The curling tendrils of frozen mist seek to ever ensnare our little craft, as it lurches through more ice than water, it would seem. The unbearable crack of ice shorn by the bow has left me restless the past few nights, and it certainly seems to have scared away most hawkers. Hermamora is a word constantly on my shipmates' tongues. These men, of more hoarfrost than hair, have treated me well enough, though, if I had to guess, that would be the ample stipend by the college. 4th era, 118. Sun's dusk, 27. Disaster! I do not know what attacked in the night, but the sea roiled to life. With sickening groans and crunches, I was pitched from the wreckage. In the capsizing, I managed to clamber to a nearby iceberg. I do not know what became of my fellows. To my greatest surprise, there was land to our north, or at least the largest glacier I have ever seen. I was able to carefully make my way along the icy floes for what seemed like hours when I finally reached solid footing, and I collapsed inside of a tunnel carved through the ice. I must remember, if I ever make it out of this, I should thank that elf who guards the entrance to the college for teaching me the ways a mage can stay warm in even the most frigid of climes. 4th era, 119. Evening star, 15. As I wandered these damnable caves, a brooding voice boomed out, "Man or mer?" I was rooted with fear, and was barely able to squeak out that I was indeed a man. "Then come feast!" the voice responded. At the prospect of a banquet, my heart leapt, and I sped towards the ever-warming hearth of a Nordic man who sat at a long table, adorned with trappings of an elder age. As I gluttoned my way through a carnivorous meal, the man introduced himself as Rorlak, and began to ply me for information about Sarthal and the companions, of which I know very little. Only too late did I notice the flicker in his deadened red eyes. Now I shall be bound here, in much the same way as my progenitor. Atmora, home and prison.